Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I can't be there in person today to introduce Dr. Mike Norris. I'm Jason Blackburn, director of the SEER Lab and an associate professor of medical geography. And I'm on the road today, headed to fly the UF geography flag at Texas A&M University, where I'll be giving their departmental colloquium tomorrow afternoon. It's my great pleasure to introduce Mike Norris. Mike is now the associate director of the SEER Lab. And Mike's taking on a larger and larger role in helping to manage and develop studies focused on our BSL-2 and BSL-3 microbiology labs. Mike comes to us with a long background in working directly with pathogens at the cellular level, and he's going to be talking about that today. I think Mike's title says it all, going from the landscape to the laboratory. Mike and I consider the approach that we're starting to take in SEER Lab as a bookends approach, where on the one end, we're trying to understand outbreak distributions and disease distributions at the landscape level and how the environment and the climate drive outbreaks. And then Mike's looking at it from the other end, looking at it from the pathogen end. What's that individual bacterium require in the environment, and what is it about the environment that changes whether a bacterium is more infectious or less infectious, or when does it express certain proteins? And while these are very microbiology focused, they're very much dictating or playing a role in how outbreaks manifest once that pathogen is introduced to the population. So today Mike's going to talk about how his tool set expands our medical geography capabilities in the department by starting to understand better how pathogens are responding to the environment. So one of the big challenges we face with our field studies is getting good controlled environments. So what is it about precipitation or pH or soil conditions at the landscape that are affecting a population locally, or an individual population of bacteria that might grow or expand just before an outbreak, or maybe certain environmental conditions trigger a certain protein to be expressed more. And so Mike can help us develop specific experiments at the cellular level to better understand what's going on in the environment. So he not only adds a microbiology tool set to medical geography, but he adds a long history of understanding how environmental conditions dictate how pathogens behave. And this is very important for those of us that work at the landscape epidemiology level, and those of us that are trying to put together diagnostic tools to better know when pathogens are present and if those pathogens are causing more intense disease. So with that, I'll let Mike do his part to tell us about his side of that bookend and his role in the department. And I hope you'll help me welcome him to the department and enjoy his seminar today.